What did you guys talk about? Did you find a solution, perchance? Okay, I can clearly see that you both are accusing me of letting the sinners run wild again, but we had our reasons. We have reached an agreement. And you explained things to them, right? Please tell me that the agreement doesn't involve us collecting danglings from that stupid gallows. A 10 billion an is certainly an absurd amount of money, but it doesn't change the fact that we are still responsible of it. We did benefit from the extra time it granted us, and its use was something that wasn't mutually agreed upon before unilateral activations, but we did not. I didn't thought that would be an issue. That was literally our own power. We didn't really steal that time from anyone, did we? Because it was an unexpected event, no countermeasures could be put in place either. Yeah, but we didn't exactly have a whole lot of time to debate whether it was allowed to slow down time or not. We really had to think on our feet back then. I felt a bit miffed about being treated as though I was somehow at fault for this. I mean, it was literally a do-or-die situation. He was about to reach the roof. If you plan to sacrifice one of us to settle the debts, I request that you evaluate our worth based on individual merits. I have prepared performance evaluation sheets for each sinner precisely for one of such occasions. On the last page of these evaluation sheets are extra opinions that I don't plan on leaving any of you behind to take the fall for the group. Besides, 10 billion an isn't the kind of money that you can just settle with a sacrifice of an individual. True. But we did eventually find a reasonable compromise when you were wasting your time horsing around in front of the gallows. And that compromises? We have been contracted to deal with a distortion. I guess we really are starting to put our names out there if they specifically sought us out to deal with this distortion. They have sought out other fixers and companies to deal with this issue first. We were their sixth choice after the first 5 failed to produce a meaningful result. Wow, the sixth choice! Gotcha. Well, the stories are starting to circulate via word of mouth. I will not deny that. So what kind of distortion are we dealing with this time? This is a request regarding a series of similar unsolved cases within Teakop's border. Some call it the case of time killing time. Several people have already fallen victim to the perpetrator. The time killing time case? It is exactly what is said on the tint. A distortion is running wild, killing our time. Time is an asset here at Teakop. It is not so difficult for us to track down the accumulated time robberies by tracing it. But in the case of time killing time, the killer does not leave any traces. It is simply gone, completely removed and untraceable. No such thing has ever happened here before. Thus, the significance of this case cannot be emphasized enough. That is why we formally request that you solve this case for us. In return, we will exempt you from your time tax debt. Are you sure that this case is literally worth 10 billion? Really? One case is enough for 10 billion? And thus arrives once again my time to shine. According to a book I have pursued in recent days, any and all detective works to solve cases of urban nightmares or beyond, I issued this special investigation badge during the occasion of their employment. This is a badge that may as well be a universal pass to command all kinds of aids regarding the detectives? Fixers! We plan to issue you those badges. Yes. How much I long to add such a badge to my collection! Perchance thou shalt allow us to keep the badge once this case is dealt with? Nay, I demand that I'm rewarded at least 3 badges. 1 for my private collection, 1 for display, and 1 for business, so that Oh, Schadenless! Right, what are we waiting for? Let's crack on. Wake this distortion and get the hell out of here, okay? I hate dealing with these money problems. The longer we spend the teacup, the more problems we're going to add. Right? Because I'm pretty sure the 10 billion aren't. And I've used up all of our 30 days as well. Time is money, right? I value your enthusiasm, but I would also appreciate if you could allow the others to finish their sentence before cutting them off and going on a long tangent on your own. The problem is that they don't want all 13 of you running amok in an effort to solve the case. Indeed, I can't have your entire group run wild in the streets and potentially waste the precious time of our residents. Also, the special investigation badge isn't something that Teacup hands out like candy. We can't just give away a whole box of badges on all 13 of them. I concur, to a degree at least. Otis has continuously and consistently suggested that we cut down the numbers of sinners, was the first one to welcome this offer. We should have done something like this a long time ago. What use is there to holding around these dead weights? We will leave these useless pawns behind to wait in the bus with the elite team of high-performing individuals to care of this business. Ah, well, you seem rather confident that you're part of that elite team of high-performing individuals, Otis. It's ridiculous to even suggest otherwise. Alright, enough of this nonsense. So, how many of us are allowed to work on this case anyways? Vergilius trailed off, clearly unhappy about this outcome. They've decided that 4 individuals, including the manager, is an appropriated amount of people allowed to partake in this investigation. Oh, that's not a lot. Accepted. We barely managed to get the authorization for 4 after much debate. And you have wasted your breath. A tax team of the executive manager and I will be more than enough to handily complete this mission. Right, so it all comes down to my choice, huh? 3 sinners. So many eyes are upon me. Not that I've never had them all look at me at the same time before, but the pressure's on a completely different level when it comes to making judgment calls like these. Looks like the manager's in deep thought, but pointless agonizing over something like this is a waste of time. I'm taking volunteers first, so let's see hands, quickly now. Forsooth! I shall hesitate before such an excellent opportunity! Maybe it's finally my time to shine? Oi, I wouldn't even need to ask me, right? Let's get on with it. Is everyone going to join? I think they all want to join. Oh nah, that wasn't... I'm not raising my hand, I'm just leaning my glasses. Maybe not Gregor. Maybe not Gregor. This is no simple matter. I've not been with so few sinners before, except for that one time when we accidentally walked out of the outskirts through the back door. So I have to take this slow and really consider all possibilities and angles. What a mess. It would be too much trouble for me to list and debate all the arbitrary limitations that they've set. So allow me to make the choice for you this time, Dante. Well, I don't think there's too big of a gap between them when it comes to their capabilities, but they all excel in different situations.
Dante, are you listening? I just said that I'll be the one to choose the companions.
No, I need to consider more than just their individual capabilities. Some of them work better when paired together. And it's also true that haphazardly pairing them together might end up making the team lesser than the sum of its parts. This is all about building team synergy. Wait, didn't Rodia say something about how people born in December and August don't mesh well together? And...
The sinners who will be accompanying Dante to solve this case are...
I have to choose someone who can support me, calmly assess the situation, and remain free from biased judgment when making smart, rational decisions on the fly. The sinners who fit that description are... Do we even have anyone like that? I mean, we have a couple. I still have to choose someone. No. Damn it, I've got it! I choose Faust, Meursault, and Yiseng. Rodion, Meursault, and Honglu. Huh? Wait? Dante has selected me, Meursault, and Yiseng. Have you been listening, Dante? I have certain things to discuss with Miss Faust regarding our upcoming journey, so she was not an option. Yiseng was immediately ruled out, even before the meeting adjourned, due to his history of deployment and unauthorized invention at T-Corp. Meursault did not volunteer to begin with. True. There was no reason to volunteer. You just have to order him. You just need to tell him to join and he will join, right? Though I may have been disallowed from joining this investigation, I'm truly grateful of your appreciation, Dante. I shan't soon forget this. Wait, that's, we didn't pick Otis! She will remember this, Dante! Hey, Otis! You know that's not all what I mean. I just thought that maybe we needed someone skilled and experienced like you to officially manage the remaining sinners where we are. Okay. I really saw the mood, didn't I? Maybe. The three of them, who I didn't even imagine in my wildest dreams would be hanging out together, all turned to look in my direction. Whoa, just the three of us, huh? A trio of such eye-catching numbers, isn't it? Rudy I get, but why did the two of you volunteer? Thought it sounds fun. FHR. The greater the quantity and diversity of experience, the better it is. Don tragically drops her head to the ground, crestfallen. I have nothing else to blame but my slightly lower vertical placement in this world. Indeed, and that must be why Sir Vergilius had failed to catch my impassionate hand. Don sobbed, dramatically lamenting how Vergilius did not even bat an eye in her direction, despite her being the first one to raise their hand. I'm pretty sure that wasn't really the reason he didn't pick her, though, so, but we are not about to talk about that. This is my final legacy bestowed upon thee! What's all this? A book, a magnifying glass, and... Are these clothes? This is my treasure, my collect! Pretty, be gentle with them! Oh, but why are you carrying the 3 sets of clothes? One of my private collection, one for display, and one for business, Feburary. You know, just as a shipment of badges. Is it not obvious to thee? Records of investigation. Solution to the 13 problems by Agatha. Somebody is out of free is on it as well. So who's this Agatha? Why, how are ye also ignorant of the laws of the fixers? Once she was a grade 1 fixer who was so prolific that she may as well have been the face of the 7 Association. Truly, no one? Most people don't know those laws, Don. I would love to hear more about that, though. After all, maybe Raptor's going to get my identity soon. Cumbersome clothes. Wilt thou call thyself an ace detective and not breast the marks of identification? Here, this is only right that the leading ace detective adore her countenance with this special mustache. What? Look, Lady Agatha said in the forefront of this book that any self-respecting ace detective must always dress themselves in impeccable fashion. She? Don, just let go, okay? So, I mean, I'm sure everyone has their reasons, but how comes you didn't get picked for this, Ishmael? Didn't get picked? I never volunteered. Yay, it's not every day to get a legitimate chance to get some free paid time off without breaking any company's rules, right? And I wasn't about to let that chance slip. I guess I did have some last-minute regrets when I saw Vergilius picked, but I just relax a bit and jump in to help out when needed. Well, good luck! Well, Hey, call us the Elite Four, please. How's that? Well, the self-proclaimed Elite Four runs around T-Corp. Why don't we find a place to take the edge off and unwind? How unfortunate. T-Corp did not authorize the rest of the sinners to run about unmonitored. You must understand that we simply cannot let individual responsible for 10 billion art worth of time taxes roam free without proper toleration. Looks like they'll have to temporarily lodging for those who have failed to pay the time taxes. Vergilius was pointing at what was clearly a jail cell. Are you certain that these are lodgings, guide? They're going to... I'm going to jail? Yep. As living colorations, apparently. Oh, it will be fun. Hey, betcha you will look fondly back at this memory when it's all said and done, okay? We'll be right back, so be nice and stay put. Nice. This jail cell at least has some heating. Wait. What happened if they just leave and don't come back? We'll be seeing them again after 10 billion worth of is passed, I guess. Which will take forever. Oh, Meursault! He's so relaxed! Everyone else is very disturbed. He was just sleeping. What is in the background? Someone on a drawing road. She actually puts on the mustard. I thought she hates to dress up. I guess she finds it amusing. What? Hey, wait! Get back here! It's more than enough time to finish weaving on the loom! Calm down, alright? You'll be back before you even... Thou shalt return triumphantly as a glorious band of ace detectives! Mark my words! We set off on our journey after receiving an aforementioned special investigation badge, leaving the chaotic screaming and howling of the remaining sinners behind. After a while, all we could hear was the sad, intimate clattering of metal as someone violently shook the steel bars. Alright, looks like everyone's ready then. Let's get a move on and have a little chat with the 3 victims. Let's see, the case record says that... Ah, there it is. It's just a stone thrown away. Huh? Huh? What do you mean, huh? Look at the record. It is clearly stated that neither of the first 2 victims is in a communicative state. How unfortunate. No, I mean, why are you coming along with us? I'm sorry, but we're not really taking sidekick applications right now. Go away. Shoo. Incorrect. One of us will be joining your team. We are going to send an employee with you so that we can receive immediate updates regarding your investigational process. Would you have picked anybody else than him, though? I would have taken the girl. The receptionist was kind of nice. She seemed really annoyed, but I would have totally taken her along. Put that stick out of your ass. We plan to send a Class 2 staff with you, but you're... Me? Class 5. See the badge? Is that better or worse? The shadowbox of an employee replied cheerfully as he produced a twinkly badge from his clothes. I apologize for failing to recognize this, sir. I scarcely expected to see a Class 5 auditor all the way down here. He's higher ranked. Oh shoot, seriously? The guy's a Class 5 staff? Really? Class 5? Is the highest rank one could reach as a winged employee, right? Yeah, I thought so too. Well, don't be so sure. It depends on which wing you're talking about. Who knows? Maybe there's a Class 12 or even a Class 20 employee out there. Get it? Got it. Good. Now then, let's get a move on. We stared in silent bafflement as the employee who had already stormed out of the building, then hurriedly followed him out of the door. Isn't it absolutely brilliant? The very concept of killing time. They're not slowing down or speeding up time. They're eliminating it completely, just shanking it out of circulation. So, your name is... Mai? My? Relax and call me however you want. Names are such unimportant things, are they? No names matter. Really? You never called anyone by their names, though. Relax and call you however we want. But you're obviously here to be our handler, right? That's true. It does make things a tad awkward, doesn't it? So let me think. I've got it. You're all dressed like detectives. Why don't you just consider me your ever-helpful assistant who tagged along to your adventure? Watson? Okay, but still. Ryosho was staring off into the distance, with puffing a cigarette. Suddenly spoke up just as Rodion was about to retort. Assistant. Lead us. Right away, ma'am. What's the difference between an assistant and a servant? You know, my family used to employ... They sure warm up to him really fast. Is it a him or her? They just said my. I'm confused. Nevertheless, I guess we're about to solve some kind of puzzle. Time-killing puzzle. I noticed a certain lack of balance though. We have so many book encounters around here. But then again, to be fair, we only have a couple of sinners right now. Probably for the best if we don't have that many fights. Either way. Let's see. Oh, that picture. That picture. What the hell is that? A factory? Let's see. The third victim of this case is in this watch factory. Hold up. The obvious guardian, expensive suit, the meticulous trimmed and sharp mustache. The third victim must be the owner of this factory. Assistant, confirm my deduction. Oh, you're right in the money, detective. We're off to a great start. We're a detective working on the case of time-killing time. My name is... What? What's going on? Ryosho, detective. He sure is a fast talker. He's talking way faster than Meursault did when he reviewed those chickens. He also has a bunch of color. But just him. He talked so fast, it's like someone pressed the fast forward button in him or something. I can't understand a thing coming out of his mouth. He's someone who has a lot of time. And what's that supposed to mean? An average teacup citizen has about 20 to 28 hours in a day, but you might also run into someone like him, people with plenty of time to spare, because they have so much surplus time, they can afford to condense 50 hours into a single day, and to people with fewer hours in a day, it will look as though he's moving 3 times faster than them. Someone with that much time could pick their noise in the blink of an eye, before anyone even has a chance to catch them in the act. So they condense extra time throughout the day, which means when you said 4 hours stretched along the day? Aha! Ugh. How are we supposed to talk to this guy then? Ryosho's getting impatient. I give Vergilius a quick look of concern. She had to do something before Ryosho synced him. A quick look, as in a brief flicker of the flame burning on my clock. Would you mind slowing down a bit? I'm just worried that you're at a serious risk of becoming a victim of a completely different, slightly more fatal crime. He shook his head in frustration, very rapidly that is, before activating what appears to be a voice recorder. It began to play his voice back at us.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Bumble, a proud proprietor of this watch factory. Apologies for this awkward method of communication. You see, my days are 52 hours long. I used to live 1 hour's day in my heydays, but the things have taken a turn for the worse at the factory in recent days.
God damn it. 52 hours?
To me it looks as though you're all talking very, very slow. I must ask. It's quite training. I'm willing to suffer this annoyance as long as you can solve this case, so...
God damn it, why R&R? You have 52 whole hours to spend in a single day. Gee, I can't even imagine what that will be like.
Oh, I can tell you if you're that curious. It's a very, very full life. I must say, having more time to spend in the day means that I can get more things done in a day, you know? Like sleeping 10 and more hours at night and having more than 40 hours left to spend. Good sleep really is the key to keeping your skin moist and fresh. Indeed. I'll let you touch it if you want.
Nope. As though it's an effort to demonstrate, Bumble was constantly zooming around the room, checking his documents, calling someone on the phone, and even brushing his teeth while he stood there, listening to his recordings. I don't care. Get to the point.
It was on a late evening. Let's see. Like always, I was busily walking down the streets. I had a very, very important meeting to attend to, you know.
God damn it.
And all of a sudden...
An attack?
No. I just happened to recall that I left the bacon on the kitchen counter at home. I should have left it covered with District 23's purple salt.
My second oldest aunt used to sprinkle that salt all the time. The point.
Well, so I stopped briefly, looking at the clock tower and wondered if I should head back home to salt the bacon. And that is when the time Ripper struck.
God. Wait, the clock tower? Each one of the 12 zones at T-Corp has a clock tower that displays A-Corp's standard time scale. Because everyone has different hours to spend in a day, their watches sync with their respective time scales as well. So to tell the real objective time, one would have to check the clock tower. Oh ho! That's pretty neat. I mean, at the very least, I need one time to calculate the times of the others, since everyone's having a different time. Alright, you two, let's focus on the important stuff now. Let's see, how about we start with a physical description?
Fine. A tailored suit.
Uh-huh, a tailored suit? A bit fancy for someone called the Time Ripper, don't you think?
It must have cost him about 58 million each. Of course, since it was tailor-made, its comfort was beyond human imaginations.
Wait, what?
And how could I forget? This impressive yet kneeling-shaped mustache.
Wait, I wasn't talking about your own physical description. We want to know about the killer. One more chance until I sink you.
Oh, you mean the murderous appearance? Well, let me think. I don't recall anything. I just happened to so fast.
How did it feel to have your own time killed? Was it painful? Can you not ask something like that with such a big grin on your face?
Nope. It was just 100 hours were gone in the blink of an eye. I missed a very important appointment thanks to that. And have you know, I suffered so many damages.
100 hours? So you lost a whole week in the blink of an eye?
Huh? Oh no. 100 hours for me is just 2 days or so. Still, you have no idea how much time I've lost because of these 2 days.
Ripping away time, huh? An invention that enabled something like that would certainly win Investors of the Year awards and load of prize money that comes with it. Teacup really values and supports its inventors, you know? Some people say that once upon a time, Teacop's executive director himself showed up to bestow the award. I guess once an investor is always an investor. I say that he probably wanted others to carry on his inquisitive spirit. I've seen the ceremony once and he was giving away autographs. Then maybe we're looking for the inventor who received an award for that tech. Right, assistant? But every inventor of Teacop needs to be registered at the Technology Administration Agency, though it's not without a few exceptions. If once was a time when a rough group of investors called the League of Nine Literature made some invention that were neglected to register. And wow, what a mess that was! Every single corner of Teacop was up in arms, everyone dashed about in panic, making arrests, holding important meetings, It was that big of a deal? I can't even imagine how hard it must have been for Yusang. Alright, so is there anything like that registered in Teacop's tech agency? Nope. First time that I heard anything about it like that. You could have started there, you know. True. What if this is a power granted by the distortion? Meanwhile, Ryoshu, who was completely uninterested in the conversation, stared off into the distance. She looked out of the factory's window and let out another puff of smoke before muttering quietly to herself. No killer, no corpse. Well, yeah, no one's actually dead, and we don't know where the killer is. Could it be, I wonder?
Someone who took a liking to my very expensive suit, I say. Oh.
Disagree. Your suit is shit.
Oh.
Besides, if I really wanted to kill you...
Me? Why would you?
I would have to be able to move as fast as you do. I won't be able to get a good aim at your vitals otherwise. Ryoshu strode towards him before suddenly breaking into a charging sprint. Bumble rapidly stumbled back in terror, but Ryoshu was fast enough to close the distance and press his garbage into his neck despite the disparity in time. Just like this. How did you... Oh, I thought you was actually about to beat the crap out of him with that scabbard. But that's the case closed then, huh? All we have to do is arrest Ryoshu. No!
You scared the heck out of me, huh? Well, I suppose that villain didn't really stab me in my vitals or whatever. But he did appear all of a sudden. Just like you did, huh?
I see, so the killer isn't just running around, ripping time away from random peoples left and right. Yes, the killer was going specifically for that ass. Of course. That void left behind by Sinclair's absence was much bigger than I thought. I mean, that annoying, stupid stash. Not having that kid here is frustrating.
No way! Oh, can you think of a single person who would hate someone like me? Oh.
I can think more than a few.
I'd say that must have been the work of some bandits who wanted to try on my tailor suit.
Oh, and what about the employees? Lady Agatha's book said that to find the culprit, we must first look at the victim's immediate circle. I have no idea if that book that Don gave us earlier is actually going to help us, but I suppose it's at least a very good page-turner. Honglu can't seem to be able to tear his eyes away from it. Maybe I should check it out too, once we get back to the bus. Yeah, that works. Then the culprit has to be someone who hates the owner so much, enough to try to take his time. But they aren't taking it, they're killing it.
Oh, that seems quite plausible. Huh. As you can see...
What? The laborers at this factory, they are all working so slowly, like they're moving through molasses. Oh, most factories' laborers like them usually live shorter than 10-hour days, most of which they spend at the factory's shop anyways. What did you say?
Listen up, everyone. Our output gains saw only a 30% growth compared to last month's growth. Have I not impressed upon how important this is? We'll be failing behind profit, margin project at this rate.
And? Bumble howled at them in frustrated. The laborers very slow turning their heads to look up at that factory's owner. Even that simplest action takes an excruciating long time to complete. Boss, it's impossible to work any faster than...
Phew, how bothersome. Let's complain or assembly. Use your time efficiently. Shop.
You know, if he has so much time to spend just talking that quickly and wasting the time by just stumbling around his room, he could have shared it to his people. That would have certainly increased efficiency, instead of just dragging their time. But I guess that guy just doesn't care. He simply doesn't care. See? He's wasting time! You could have talked an hour's speed and share your time with the others. That would have improved the efficiency.
You have no idea how frustrating it has been for me as of late. Did you even know that the next patch of cogs have been stopped all of a sudden?
Oh god. We could understand him thanks to the recorder next to us, but everyone out of its earshot would have no chance of understanding whatever he's talking about. Hey, Mr. Bumble. You're talking way too fast for them to understand. You know that. How do you expect them to understand the thing you're saying?
So? It's not me who's too fast. It is them who are too slow. Only hustlers and busy bee like myself who make the best of their time can rise above the rest in this chaotic, bustling city.
Are you serious? To me, it kind of seems like you probably scammed all of those people out of their time. Most people at the top use the efforts of the little guys in order to rise above everyone else. And they don't share that wealth in order to stay at the top. This is bad. This is really bad. What? You know that's a load of bull. How are they supposed to hustle and make the best of the time when they're practically nailed on the floor? And with what time? Rhodia, hey, I don't think someone like him will ever understand what you're talking about. He was born and raised in Teacup after all. True. Hey, assistants, you're a class 5 employee, right? Aren't you supposed to be a big shot? Do you seriously think there's anything normal about all of this? Normal? Dear detectives, do you happen to be returning from a round trip across every single nest in the city? All the way from A to C? Can you confidently say that you have seen all there is to see? Not really, not yet, but... And give this idea a thought, why don't you? That the notion of what is normal is just a mirage conjectured by the downtrodden and the suffering. That is to say, that suffering is just a part of life in the city, regardless of which nest you're in. I don't see any suffering in that mug of Mr. 50-hour days right there.
Such harsh words! I have my share of pains, I have you know. I've been waiting for something to get finished for a while. Do you know how much of a pain it is to wait for something, but also have too much time in your day? It is so tedious.
You do know that could be simply solved if you just shared your time. If the day passes quicker for you because it's slowed down, then you would certainly get your product faster. But he's too stupid to say that. Bumble gently fixed his mustache and hair before caressing his expensive coat with care. He's really too stupid to see it. My god! Okay. Oh, we have a fight here. The Whites Draft League. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. But I guess we have to get ready. Everyone is already selected. Perfect. So, maybe we can flip the script on our lines of thought. What kind of people, Rhodia, do you think hate rich people? What do you think would hate people like me? Well, except of my family, of course. If I do ever get murdered under mysterious circumstances, I I'm willing to bet that is one of my family members who did me in. Or maybe Heathcliff. That's a pretty dark joke, Honglu. The corporate went straight for Bumble, but his employees literally can't move fast enough to have done that. None of them look like distortions either. Yes, if the culprit is hiding among those slowpokes, Clock would have noticed it. And it narrows the culprit down to someone unrelated to this factory, someone without much time, someone who got a bone to pick against the time rich. Or it could be someone who's unhappy about the state of affairs in Teacup's Nest. Also, while that could be right, that his power was granted by a distortion, nothing rules out the possibility that they may have been using an unregistered invention. There may be more than a single culprit then. True. More than a single culprit, huh? Wait. I think I know an organization that might fit that exact description. Nay, no worry, I know of it. They don't even take drastic action like these anymore. Even back at Shake Corp. Oh, maybe the Yurodiviye? Would be nice. I would love to see them again. Wow, that's some coincidence, isn't it? I happen to know a group of people just like them. Sometime later in a certain alleyway. That's not a class 2 guy. A group of people unhappy with the state of affairs in the nest. Perhaps you're looking for the Yurodiviye? Oh, Rodion. Oh, that rings a bell. Isn't your friend the founder of that organization, Rodion? Rodia stopped dead in her tracks. The Yurodiviye. Here? Do you know something about that organization? I did hear that they've been spreading through the nests as of late, though it hasn't been long since they started popping up within Teacup's border. So direct Teacup employees like myself have been stationed all over the nest to question any suspicious individual. Methinks a real problem. Standing guard here, all this top and search, is so tedious. So, what are the Yurodiviye's up to around here? All kinds of stuff that petty thieves get up to. Stealing things like time or money. Well, I did hear that they also do some pro bono detective work for people who can't afford the time or money to hire people and... Wait, stop right there. You! What are you looking around all shifty for, eh? It's a stop and search. It's that guy again! Wait, hey, I'm just trying to walk away from that lady with a sick with that creepy glare. Creepy? And where can we find them? I mean, the Yurodiviye? Well, it probably ain't too different. Let's see, they are... Honglu! A sudden explosion tore Honglu to shred as he was peeking around an alleyway. Why? Well, speak of the devil, maybe I should have activated the badge earlier. What? Activated our badges? Starting off with a bang, huh? Good luck, Dante. Let's bring him back, okay? Gotcha. Turning the clock now. Wait, you can bring him back? There, the explosion came right that way. Oh, it's the Yurodiviye. I recognize the scarf. Damn, what chains of T-Corp. Here to collect your filthy dues, huh? Okay, no time to explain, right? Let's talk about that later. Were they the cause of the explosion? I mean, there's a decent chance for that. Okay, 4-9, tremor count. My secret weapon, a lot of tremor count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Filthy watch chain. Is it dark blue? It is dark blue! We have light blue, we have dark blue, now we just need green. We not just need green. We almost have all the colors. Maybe we get the black tremor as well at some point. I mean, we already have white. Okay, what does that do again? How do I make this stop moving? Like this? Does it work? Okay, distribution. Turn N. Gain some of all tremor allies tremor count. Number of surviving allies. Offensive level up next turn. Maximum of 5. When hit by skill... yeah, it's the same stuff for tremor in general. So pretty much the Pride one is a buff that you can apply on yourself. Oh my god! Now give me the green one. It pushes our own stagger backwards. I would love to see that. And what's this? Teacup Special Investigation Badge. When this unit takes lethal damage, the HP does not drop below 1. Instantly heal 80%. That's the thing that they used against us. An instant revive. Is it also going to cancel stagger? Yes, it cancels stagger as well. Oh, this is great. This is absolutely great. Okay, let's go for the strong one first. Doesn't really seem like they're that strong like the previous teacup guys. We kind of had a struggle before, but I guess this time around it's fine. That's good. Let's play it safe with a bunch of our stronger attacks, and I mixed a little bit of lust in there as well. Okay. Good hit. Weren't really able to stagger them just yet, but that's fine. Just make sure that everyone is winning their clashes. I don't want to give them any chance to recover their SP. Okay, one of them won at least one clash. But my guys won more. That's very important. They need to win most of the clashes. Let's go for the kill. 22 to be safe. 13 is good enough. I don't have tremor counted high. Consume 10. I guess we're just going to try to get more tremor count on ourselves. It's good enough. And a little bit of green. I have to say, Honglu is getting a lot of tremor relatively quickly. I remember when I was trying to get tremor count for my Faust and my Otis that it took multiple rounds before they even had a chance to do that. But to be fair, they do have 2 turns each because we didn't really bring... Ah, shoot. The full team this time around, right? Technically speaking, we didn't really bring a full team. God, I want this ability. I want all the tremors. Give me the light blue, give me the dark blue, and give me the future green one. But then again, the chapter, we are still quite far from the end of this whole event. Maybe they will surprise us with the green one. Maybe they will. That would be great. It would actually be great. Okay, no, but seriously, I don't think those guys are going to cause any issues. They're already staggered. They're just cleaning it up now. Look at her go. Absolute destruction. And another good hit. She didn't even need to wind up a weapon like that. Actually speaking, I think that one guy's... Oh, 2 of them survived. Didn't quite expect that. But I'm pretty sure that you will not be able to survive this. Yeah, there's no way you will be able to survive this. Especially now that you have minus 20 SP. There's just no way for you guys. It's too bad, Yurodiviye. I'm sure Rhodia would have loved to just talk it out. But most groups just don't listen. They just don't give us a chance to talk first. It always has to be resolved with our fist first. And then, once they're on the ground, we have an actual chance to talk about it. Right? It's the only way. It's literally the only way with those guys. And doesn't really seem like it's getting better because we have another fight right away. Okay. Is it the same type of group or do they have more allies now? Maybe. Retreat! Hey, participation trophy! Wait, what? Participation trophy? Is he talking to me? How on earth did you do that earlier? Tick tock, and voila? It seems to me that you rewounded the time and unwounded your friends. I've never seen a tech that could rewind time like that. Well, that's That's a trade secret. Ask and you shall receive pay. Fascinating. And you're terrified of time. As far as I'm aware, there's particularly no way to rewind time for a singular entity that exists in an open, unenclosed area. Either that or my study didn't reach as far as I thought it did. Wait, no. That's actually a very serious problem then. I was very desperate, you know. It's very unlikely that I missed anything. You know what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about insane stuff while they are getting away. Come on, Dante. Well, to what amounts to arresting a few small fry revolutionaries. If it was a true resurrection, then the head would have been able to... If it was a true resurrection, then the head would have been after your head already. So I doubt that's what this is. And it must have been something to do with time manipulation. I'm certain of it. Maybe it works with the same mechanism as the TT2 protocol under the hood. Nope. It worked only within an isolated enclosure. It can provide the time of a singular individual. Perhaps they had run time from elsewhere to inject it into their time stream? That seems a tad more plausible. If you're actually rewinding the time, the individual element of the process was manifested in a vastly different manner. I suppose this means that you can't really rewind or skip time either. Am I right? What? You can't just say all that gibberish and expect me to be able to understand that. Besides, you can't really talk to him either, right? The process also seemed to involve a great degree of pain. Oh well, it seems to be in bad taste to say that it's good news, but I suppose I can say that I'm about to tell you is somewhat suspicious. I was going to get into the nitty-gritty only if we had to venture into one of the more dangerous places like back streets. But here we go. Check the other side of your badge, okay? There should be a small clockwork knob attached to your badge in there. Mind rotating it for me? What? Classified staff chapped on endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects within a matter of seconds before reaching out and points at the badge that we are wearing. Not all fixers' specialized investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergencies. That is why these special investigational badges are all equipped with the same function that goes into suits that higher-ranked staff members of TCOP wear. It is called Golden Time. If you keep the clockwork wound, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regeneration process as soon as it detects that its wearer is at risk of death. It's nothing compared to what you are capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? So I don't actually have to turn the clock myself? Well, it takes some time for it to refill once the charge is spent. If you ever run out of its use, then I suppose it all comes down to you, participation trophy. You'll have to take one for the team and bring them all back yourself. You're willing to do that, but not willing to help us before we get torn to shreds, huh? I prefer that. Good. Oh, ready? Let's go after them then. Sometime later. Where did they run off to? I'm pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. We waste too much time on this boring lecture. Hey, assistants, are you sure it's okay for you to just saunter behind us like you're on a picnic? Why would I run? I hate running. It's literally your job to arrest the Yurodiviye, isn't it? Is it though? But my job at this precise moment is to keep my eyes on you and your investigation regarding the case of time-killing time, not making Yurodiviye's arrests. But you're a TCOP employee. Okay, fine. Let's say that I decided to run instead of walk and helped you capture those Yurodiviye rascals, huh? What then? Will TCOP suddenly stop having problems just because they're gone? Will this place suddenly transform into some kind of humanitarian paradise? Not to mention, as long as their leader runs free, they'll be back before you know it. Excuses. Then KTA. If we do kill them all, that only opens rooms for worse syndicates to take their place. And if that happens, that collective friends from earlier might end up suffering from something much, much worse than having to stop and search random passerby. Not to mention that I'll be getting muscle cramps from all that running. Besides, isn't your friend one of them? Weird, I thought you didn't wanted me to arrest them. Right. I thought Rhodia would be a bit happier to be reunited with the Yurodiviye. Well, since it looks like the trade's gone cold, I guess we'll just go back to the stop and search lady. and ask if she noticed anything suspicious since we left? Fine. The teacup employee we've met earlier was still standing completely inert, not moving a muscle. Ah, that poor woman. I can't believe she's still on duty at such a late hour. Such is the life of the laborer. No. They got her. I can't even hear her breath. What? That's the Time Killer's MO. Time Killer got to her that fast? What happened? She's in a state of absolute stillness. A dead-like state achieved without a timble of blood on the hands. But a methodical art. Though they may be in a state of stasis to those of us watching from the outside. For her, this must be as brief as a blink of an eye. What do you think the culprit's trying to do with all that time? Guys, this is a crime scene. Let's try not to touch the body. I mean the victim. Oh, look! There's some sort of spatial, temporal displacement, superposition phenomenon going on here. She's entirely incorporeal. Is this seriously the time to... Rhodia, there! Up ahead! Ooh, where? It's gone already! I whipped around, noticing a now familiar sensation of distortion. I caught a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog. You! Stop! Meursault, think you can catch up? I'm not your hunting dog. But sure, I'll entertain you just this once. Oh, she's pretty fast. Meursault sure moves fast when she finds something interesting. It's been a while since I've seen people like you. The kind who sprints forward with the eyes fixed on the horizon. Here, everyone only ever looks down, their necks bend and gaze locked onto the ground, watching their own feet like they're halting steps. I suppose they only ever look up to check the time on the clock tower. But there must have been a time when everyone walked tall. I think I know why that is. It's because they all learned helplessness. Because they realized that even if they ran until their lungs burst, nothing will change. That it doesn't matter. Yeah, not everyone can run like Meursault. Learning to maintain a stable breathing rhythm is not easy. Well, that's not what I was really talking about. Wait, take a closer look at her face. Remember? It's the same face that she was making earlier when she shouted, "It's a stop and search." Yeah, maybe she saw someone suspicious, approached them for a stop and search and got ambushed. We should ask her when she recovers. But we don't know when she will recover, right?